man. I seen some Canelo Benavidez rumor going out there, and like I say, man, somebody shared it in the Discord or mentioned it, and it don't take long to fact check, and it came from a clickbait channel. I just say that, and it don't take long to see what's real and what's not real. Y'all keep falling for the same ass okey doke, dude. Y'all boxing dudes are very gullible, bro. And I see why clickbait channels do very well in the boxing space, because I keep telling y'all how to fact check. If Dan Raphael ain't said nothing, Copper ain't said nothing, or a respectable site ain't said nothing, then guess what? It probably ain't true. Not reached out to my peoples just for the sake of to double check and see what's going on. And I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on with Canelo. But the whole September 16th, it could happen. But from my recollection, it's cap. All right, so I'm gonna let y'all know, what's going on with Canelo. But check out the Box Rumor playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. So, um, so, so, so I said Canelo versus Benavidez done. He said, not that I know of. He said they're still trying to do the Beagle fight. Then he said, yes, I heard it's Beagle because Better BF had the Smith fight. Yes, Beagle's going to take the fight for sure. They're supposed to get together on Tuesday to decide and talk about possible opponents, talking about Canelo. It's going to be at 175 for sure. Canelo doesn't want it at 168 because they don't want to risk they don't want to risk losing the belts at 68. So there you have it. Simple as that. So they gonna meet Tuesday to, I don't know, to get all the offers, whatever, but it look like it's gonna be still in the running. That's what it look like. B was still in the running for for the fight. And like I said before, yeah, they made an offer or whatever, and then they probably, got the offer, took it back to the zone, and the zone probably gonna try to match it or something like that. So so but yeah, that's just, it's just boxing slow right now. Wasn't no really good fights on this weekend. You have some British fights, you know what I'm saying? But people just make up shit. Niggas ain't got no sources, no track record for being right, unless they source something that they know somebody respectable. Ain't nobody else talking about that. Will he fight Benavidez? Shit, I don't know. So I can't call it, but to me it sounds like it's gonna be, from what I'm hearing, it's gonna be Beeble next. So apparently Beeble probably gonna get some more money from the last time, probably a little bit more money on that for it to happen at 75. So I mean, people keep saying that Canelo don't want it. Canelo got pride too. Canelo got pride too. Let's not forget that. So, and he said that he wanted to rematch. I mean, obviously he took Triple G, took a tune up, and he did some other things in between there or whatever. But like I said before, I mean, a lot of people say, well, the Benavidez match is better. And yeah, it could be better. It's more of a namesake because Beeble name don't really hold no weight, even though he had a huge push from HBO, it just didn't work. And I feel like if you lose to Beeble, I feel like if you lose to Beeble, dude, I mean, is it over? You can go down to 68, but they're gonna be looking at him different at 68. He gonna be looking like fool, but he lost to David Benavidez, same thing. You lose everything. You lose to David Benavidez, you lose everything. So let's not act like that ain't a thing neither. You lose to Beeble, I still come down to 68, and I still control the narrative, and I still control the division. I lose to Benavidez, it's a wrap. If Bivol a better fighter than Benavidez, yeah, but the necessarily the better fighter don't always win. That might sound stupid, but you have off nights. Styles make fights, all types of stuff, all types of stuff. Going to a fight, injuries, could be an off night, could have had an argument with your baby mama, or whatever situation may be. So, you know how the game go. But from my vantage point, I would love to see him fight Benavidez. In my opinion, I would love to see that. That's just my opinion on it. I would love to see him fight Benavidez. That's what I would want to see. I would want to see him mix it up with David Benavidez. So yeah, that's what I would want to see. But that's just my opinion. My opinion may not mean nothing in the grand scheme of things. It may not mean nothing. But the fans' opinion might not mean nothing. You know? But obviously I think his comfortability is with his own. Let's call it what it is. I think his comfort zone is with his own. If that make any kind of sense, that's kind of who you want to roll with. Um, in my opinion, that's fine. You know, he ain't gonna want to keep going back and forth. I mean, he could do what he want to do. You know, but also Benavidez bring more risk. You know what I'm saying? Benavidez bring more risk to the table. Let's not forget that. So you lose everything unless you fight B 68, which I heard that's not going to be the case. That's what I heard. That's not going to be the case. So, um, but we gonna have to wait and see. Pretty much how I lay down and how I play. But from hearing he said they meeting pretty soon. He said they meeting. What do you think he said Tuesday? He said, hold on, I'm trying to go back to it. Yeah, Tuesday. So, then probably contract. Probably the next couple weeks you might hear something. So, yeah, maybe next couple weeks you might hear something. So we just got to wait and see. But I think if you fight B at 75, it probably makes the most sense to go ahead and just fight Benavidez at 75. Maybe you think like Beaver a little bit, maybe you think Beaver a little bit stronger, maybe a little weaker there. Maybe you got an advantage, but no matter what you do, man, people gonna criticize, you as a fighter. That's just what it is. No matter what you do, people gonna criticize you as a fighter. Don't forget it. It ain't never good enough. It's always somebody else. So, um, but hey, it is what it is. But in my humble opinion, dude, if I had to be real about this from a fan perspective, I think he should fight Benavidez. But from a pride perspective and being a man of your word, I think he got to see Beaver. And then you got guys like Andre Ward saying, well, it got to be at 75. Well, he ain't the one that's asking for it at 68. That's Dimitri Bivol. And Bivol feel like, well, if I'm not going to get $10, $12 million, what do I got to gain? I only got things to lose. I want to gain something from this. I want to gain the whole division from this. And Canelo not going to let that happen. Money, he going to give him a couple more $1 million, probably a couple more $100,000. And that's how they going to do it. And at 68, him being a small super middleweight, at 68, he might be more dangerous. He might be weaker. But even at 68, and he beat him, and he weaker, and he look visibly weaker, then people gonna say, well, you beat the fate of Benavidez. Why he didn't take it at 75? So I get where people coming from. He wants something to gain. He wants something to gain from this. You know? So, but but hey, it is what it is. Check out the box from our playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel. Cash App, $ CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link description. Hit the link tree. Find me on TikTok, Twitch, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all nine. Let me know in the comment section. Peace.